A huge and heartfelt welcome to each and every one of you watching right now. Thank you for always clicking, for always supporting, and for staying glued to every update we bring you. Today we dive into a story that has left countless hearts shattered, eyes flooded with tears, and fans across the world struggling to breathe as they try to accept the painful reality of what has happened. The title says it all. Yu Menglong's doctor has finally confirmed what really happened. And dear viewers, this revelation is stirring emotions like never before. Stay with me, because every word of this story carries weight. And together, we'll unpack it in the most heartfelt and respectful way possible. September 11th, 2025 will forever remain etched in the memories of fans, friends, and loved ones of Yu Menglong, also known as Alan Yu. On that tragic day in Beijing, the rising star whose smile lit up countless screens and whose presence inspired millions, fell from a building and lost his life. The news broke like a storm across social media, with fans refusing to believe that someone so young, so talented, and so full of promise could be gone in such a devastating way. The shock was unbearable, and the sorrow quickly turned into questions, too many questions that nobody seemed able to answer. Almost immediately, speculation began swirling like wildfire. Some said it was a tragic accident, others whispered about deeper mysteries, and many went as far as insisting that Alan Yu was murdered. The uncertainty created an emotional storm. Fans were not only grieving, but also fighting to understand why this happened and what really led to such a painful ending. And as the internet buzzed with theories, rumors, and endless arguments, one question kept echoing louder than all the others. What really happened to Yu Menglong? For weeks, the silence from official sources only made things worse. Statements were vague, reports were incomplete, and the rawness of grief only deepened as people searched desperately for closure. Families, fans, and colleagues, everyone wanted to know the truth. And then, just as emotions seemed too heavy to bear, a new twist emerged. The speculation shifted once again because this time, whispers pointed to someone who could not be ignored, someone who was closest to the truth. Someone who was there when Yu Menglong's final moments were examined. His doctor. Yes, dear viewers, the man who saw Alan Yu in those final moments, the doctor who treated his injuries, has finally broken silence. And the words he has spoken are nothing short of shattering. Fans across the world are gasping for air, holding their breath, because his confirmation changes everything. Imagine the weight of those words after weeks of confusion, weeks of netizens demanding clarity. The doctor comes forward to confirm what really happened. And when he speaks, he does not use vague language. He does not dance around the truth. His tone is heavy, steady, and filled with the kind of finality that only a professional who has witnessed tragedy up close can bring. His confirmation hits like a lightning strike, illuminating the darkness, but also leaving behind a silence that feels almost unbearable. According to the doctor, Yu Menglong's injuries were consistent with a fall, but the circumstances of that fall remain haunting. He confirmed that despite every effort, there was nothing that could be done to save him. The damage was severe, the trauma too extensive, and no medical intervention could bring him back. This confirmation brings a cruel kind of closure. Cruel, because it ends the hope that perhaps there was a mistake, that maybe he could have been saved. Yet, it also brings a sliver of truth in a storm of rumors. But here's where the emotions intensify. Fans who had hoped for clarity are now left with mixed feelings. Some are devastated because the finality of the doctor's words means that Alan Yu is truly gone. There's no miracle waiting around the corner, no secret recovery, no hidden chance of survival. Others, however, are frustrated because while the doctor confirmed the reality of his death, the questions surrounding how he came to fall from that building in the first place remain unanswered. Was it truly an accident? Was there foul play? Or was it something else entirely? This is why fans are losing their breath, because the doctor's confirmation is like a double-edged sword. It brings undeniable truth, but also leaves behind wounds that feel even deeper. Imagine being a fan who has loved him for years, who has supported his career, who has laughed and cried with every role he played. To hear the doctor confirm that he is gone forever is a heartbreak beyond words. It's not just news, it's a stab to the heart, one that leaves people gasping in disbelief and pain. Netizens, as always, have turned to social media to express their emotions. Some write messages of grief, pouring out their heartbreak in long, emotional posts. Others share clips of his dramas, his music, and his interviews, reliving the moments when he brought them joy. But in between the grief, the anger simmers. Many are still convinced that there is more to this story, that the doctor's confirmation may only be part of the truth, and that deeper forces are at play. The calls for a full investigation have only grown louder, with hashtags trending across platforms demanding justice for Alan Yu. As this unfolds, it's impossible not to reflect on who Yu Menglong truly was. More than just an actor and singer, he was a symbol of perseverance, kindness, and quiet strength. Born with dreams that many thought impossible, he carved his own path and touched hearts along the way. He rose to fame with his unique charm, delivering performances that felt sincere, genuine, and relatable. Fans loved him not just for his looks or his talent, but for the warmth he radiated. He had a way of making people feel seen, a way of turning simple moments into unforgettable memories. And now, to know that such a bright light has been extinguished so suddenly feels unbearable. The doctor's confirmation may settle the question of what happened physically, but it does not erase the pain, nor does it silence the voices demanding answers. If anything, it fuels them further. Because fans are now asking, if his fall was the cause of death, what led to that fall? Why was he there? Who was with him? Was it truly an accident? Or is there a darker truth waiting to be uncovered? These questions hang in the air like heavy clouds, refusing to disappear. Dear viewers, as we reflect on this heartbreaking update, one thing becomes clear. Yu Menglong's story is not just about tragedy. It is also about love. The love of his fans who refuse to forget him, the love of his family who cherish his memory, and the love of a community that will continue to celebrate his legacy. While the doctor's confirmation may be painful, it also cements the reality that his life mattered, his journey mattered, and the impact he left on this world will never fade. And so, as you watch this video, I ask you to take a moment. Breathe deeply. Think about the joy he brought into your life, the smiles he gave you, the emotions he stirred in your heart. Let those memories live on, because they are proof that even in death, he continues to touch lives. Fans may be losing their breath right now, but perhaps in remembering him, we can also find a way to breathe again, together. This is not the ending anyone wanted, but it is the truth we now face. A doctor's confirmation, a world in mourning, and fans holding onto the pieces of a broken heart. Yet even in this storm, one thing remains unshakable. Yu Menglong's legacy will continue to shine, forever etched in the hearts of those who loved him. So, to all of you watching, thank you for staying with me through this emotional journey. Your support, your comments, your love for these stories, it means the world. Let us honor Yu Menglong not only by grieving his loss, but also by celebrating the life he lived. Because in the end, that is what he would have wanted. And as always, I'll keep bringing you the updates you deserve, the stories that matter, and the truths that need to be heard. Stay safe, stay stay strong, and let us remember Yu Menglong together.